Alrighty. Who dat? Who dat? Hello, fellow Who Dats. Figured to jump on here, make another video. Yeah, I saw where the Saints practiced today. They got home last night. Practice because Saints have their off days on Tuesdays. So, they practiced today. Okay. Like and comment, subscribe, and notification, all that stuff. Okay, got that shit out the way. Yeah, Saints practice today. It was a light walkthrough, they said. Wasn't really much of anything. I mean, they threw a few passes. I saw some video, a couple passes. Drew Brees threw a pass to John Phillips, triple coverage, and he caught it. So I threw one to Tre'Quan Smith. He threw a lot of them. And as far as the video, he didn't throw any picks today, so that's always a good thing. So, it's a but yeah, we got that game coming up Friday against the Arizona Cardinals, and don't feel advantage is back. We got all that good stuff. So, excuse me for the pauses in between. I got like 3 people I'm talking to at the same time right now. So, hello, viewer. I hope this is the Who Dat podcast people. Who Dat this podcast. So, I'll give them a shout out. Y'all, Who Dat discussion podcast. Yeah, it is. Nothing much. Y'all should go give them a go give Who Dat discussion a follow on the Twitter and the Instagram and on here, because they're pretty cool. They're cool people. I don't know how to do all the podcast and stuff. I want to try doing that with my friend one day. I don't know how to do all the equipment and this and that, but maybe one day somebody will, all the YouTubers, maybe somebody will ask my opinion and I'll go on a podcast. I don't know. I always have people telling me I could be a broadcaster, so it's always good. But yeah, I had we did pretty good. We did pretty good yesterday. Sean Payton said he didn't like a lot what he saw in the first half. But, they were kind of slow as hell. I mean, we came back, third, fourth stringers. I mean, if Breeze was in there, we would have won like 52 to 10 or some shit like that. We wouldn't have, we would have beat the hell out of Jacksonville. And as far as like Arizona, I don't even know who the hell's on Arizona's team really at this point in time. We had one penalty. We had one penalty in the first half, and then like on the first or second series, we had 3 penalties in 4 plays, I think it was. I think we finished the game with like 6 or 7 penalties. I didn't look at all the stats. I usually do, but I didn't look at all the stats. I mean, preseason, it really doesn't matter too much. I mean, I saw a few as far as like Taysom Hill was the leading rusher and receiver. So, but a lot of people saying he's having an up and down year. Like he'll show brilliance of flashes and then he'll throw a pick. He showed that yesterday. I mean, he almost threw an interception. Tre'Quan Smith knocked it down. I don't know if Devontae Harrison did. I'll tell you who did good. Jerome Elliott. He got that strip sack. And being down 10, we got the ball and we scored that touchdown. And then he strip sacked again, but then Jacksonville recovered it. So it's always good. I forgot I had my fan on. You could probably I don't know if my fan picks up on this or not. But when I turn my fan off, it's complete silence, and I think my room sort of echoes. So, hey, I got a like. I appreciate it. I think I do follow y'all on YouTube on both accounts. If not, I will, because like I told you, chat, and I follow pretty much every Saints account known to man. I just need them to follow me back. I follow a bunch of Saints accounts that ain't even posted for like 7 years. So when I hit that 1,000, I have to start deleting the old ones. But YouTube's funny. YouTube's funny because it doesn't count your views half the time. Your numbers are always messed up as far as subscriptions. They have the Facebook and Twitter and Instagram disease. They can't count. Like on Twitter, you could have like 1,002 followers, and you refresh it 5 seconds later, and it'll say 1,007, and you refresh it 2 seconds later, it'll go 993, and I'm like, what? Weird stuff. But yeah, Saints practice. I don't think it was a morning practice. It was actually an afternoon early practice. This is actually the first year in the last 3 years I went to. Last year I went to 3 practices. The 2 years before that I went to 1. This is the first time in 4 years I haven't had the chance. Well, they're all sold out now because they got stupid ass tickets. I don't know why they used to be able to go to the Saints practice for free. Just show up on Airline Drive and walk in. Then as of last year, you had to go online and print out a ticket. Now you have to go online, and I have a flip phone. I don't have a regular whatever phone because I don't need all that crap. Now you have to go on the SeatGeek app and have them scan the app on your phone just to get in there. They change it up. The NFL is changing everything year after year. Like the first couple of years, we went in there, it was simple. Last year we went in there, they had a Rouse's Market thing like way up there. They always had a VIP on the far right. We were like sitting right close to it in the vicinity, or sort of in the middle, because I was always lucky with autographs. Like I got Breeze's. If you watch the first 3 videos on here, one of them's me with Breeze. He didn't really talk. I was trying to get him to talk, but he never really said anything to me. My friend was taking all the videos, so I was just like, here, sign this. One dude got like 26 things signed, and I'm like, you really need 26 goddamn things signed by Breeze? We all know where that's going. I told that dude, I said, you putting that on eBay, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. But Breeze's autograph on eBay don't really pick up. It used to be $200-$300. You're lucky if you can get $50 off of it now. I got 10 or 12 things signed by him. The last time I went, I got 4 things. My friend got his book signed, and he has a Saints hat, and he has all the signatures all around. He's got Drew Brees' signature like right here on the hat, and he let his ex-girlfriend wear it, and I'm like, are you fucking insane? She sweats like a pig. She's going to sweat on that autograph. Why the fuck would you wear? I don't get how people, they have jerseys signed, and they have autographs everywhere, and they wear them jerseys with the autographs. I would never do that. I don't wear jerseys. I never have. I mean, I have like a shirt jersey, but I broke this classic out 2002. I bought 2 of the cups when they had the Super Bowl here. That damn color glitch. I haven't seen that in a while. It glitched on my side. Hopefully my internet's still holding up. It likes to kick in and out sometimes. Hopefully it doesn't mess up. But I bought a cup, and it had a T-shirt in it. And about 6-7 months ago, I found the other one I lost from like 15, 16 years earlier. So this is an actual shirt that says Super Bowl 2000 and February 3rd, 2002. Super Bowl 36. So usually I'm wearing my Saints shirts, but they're all in the washing machine. I gotta wash them. I tend to ramble on a lot. So that's what I do on that's what I did last year on Facebook. I'd rant and whatever. Most of the games we lost last year, I was at work. The Vikings game, I was at work, so I didn't really ramble, but I could have blown up on that one. And Kamara said exactly what I said. That was a fluke ass play. We would have beat the Vikings. We would have kicked the shit out of the Eagles. I'm convinced of that. And we would have beat the Patriots. But since we play the Eagles this year, they're going to put that statement that Kamara said on the bulletin board. They're going to like, you see, he's not respecting us. They're going, don't be surprised if we play the Eagles, I think it is in week 10, and they come out and steam our ass. I mean, I'd be pissed too if somebody said, hey, they're not calling us blah, blah, blah. It may have been a close game against the Patriots. I think we would have steamrolled. I think we would have put 40 or 50 on the Eagles. It probably would have been like 50 to 20 or 30, something like that. I think we would have handled it. We would have handled the Eagles. That's what I'm saying. It was a fluke ass play. Minnesota miracle my ass. You know what happened? I saw the play. I didn't see it live because I was at work, but my coworker had his phone, so I saw it like 5 minutes later. I had the place that I worked at. It was pretty much all metal. Like I was in a deli and I couldn't get a sound off my thing, so I had to go outside, and they didn't give a shit. The store was empty, so I went outside and I heard something like, "No, what?" I heard Jim Henderson calling. I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" So I went back inside, and everybody's like, "We lost," and I'm like, "What? Fuck, we lost?" But they decided to turn on the air conditioner at a certain time. But basically, it was a fluke play. You can't blame Marcus Williams. People were sending this kid death threats. Come on. It could happen to anybody. Me, you, anybody. You know, shit happens. They played the wrong defense. Or maybe the defense. I mean, I saw the play. You know, it was so. I mean, 99 out of 100 times, Diggs ain't catching that damn ball. You know. If you ever saw the NFL Network Missing Ring series, I watched the 1981 Chargers the other night. That's going to be a missing ring category because, you know, of course, we didn't make it to the NFC Championship game, but that was a missed opportunity. I'm convinced we wouldn't have won a Super Bowl. But, Marcus Williams turned that into positivity. You know, he's been thriving off that. He knows you can't blame it on him, honestly, because there's 11 players on defense. You know, and even after the Vikings scored, I think there were still like 3 seconds left or 4 seconds left, maybe. I don't think it was the last play of the game. I think there was a couple of seconds left. So I mean, it's not like it was the last play because I don't believe it was. I mostly kind of blocked that out in my memory. I do that with losses after a while. I kind of push it out my brain. And then YouTube has to remind me. I'm watching games from like 2001 where we lost, and I'm like, I don't remember that. I tell you, he's just a young rookie. I mean, shit happens. But for fans to be sending this man death threats, come on, really? And you know what's kind of funny? They troll all these people. There were certain fan bases that did this. The Bengals did this to the Bengals fans gave money to one of the players' foundations because they helped them get in the playoffs. I forget which one. If there's any positive in this, it's the Vikings fans donated. They donated a certain number. I think it was $28 because of 28 points they scored against us. A lot of Vikings fans donated money to Thomas Morstead's If You Give, We'll Grow Foundation. So, and I think he made like 50 or 60,000, maybe more, maybe 100,000. So he said, if you make so much money, I'll go to Minnesota. So he went to Minnesota. He did a speech, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. So if there's any positive in it, Thomas Morstead's foundation got a lot of money to help all the kids and stuff. So, I mean, take it as it is. But a lot of fan bases do that nowadays. They'll donate to so-and-so's charity if they help that team get in. You know, I mean, but I'm still convinced we would have won that damn game. You know. Hell. It's crazy. But yeah, I just kept watching highlights from whatever. Yeah, 2011, I think we probably, yeah. I actually blocked 2011 out my brain until a few weeks ago when I saw the game on YouTube. And I was like, did we win that game? And I had to go back and watch it. And I'm like, no, wait, we lost this. I think that was the 36-32 game. I think that was the Vernon Davis game. And I'm like, wait, we won this game. Wait a minute. I'm like, no, wait. Ah, damn. Damn, nose keeps itching, I swear. But 2006, I think we should have won too. We would have underdog, but we had to play the Bears. But I like how people are saying, "Oh, Drew Brees is good. You know, Drew Brees has got to win another Super Bowl to be put in MVP race, to be proven the greatest of all time." And I'm like, the man throws. He's got 5,000-yard seasons. Everybody else only has 4. That Drew Brees should have been MVP at least 3 times. At least. He had a legitimate shot last year, even though he threw for 4,500 yards. He had a legitimate shot last year. They're never gonna give Drew Brees the MVP. They sleep on him all the time. They always say he's overrated. All this man does is score. By week 5, possibly week 5, maybe week 6, whatever it is, he's gonna break the all-time passing yard record. And hopefully by next year he breaks the career touchdown record. Russell Wilson sucks ass. Let me tell you about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had the benefit of having a Legion of Doom behind him. When you have defense wins championships, as 2009, we had a good defense. Darren Sharper, Vilma, all the rest of them. Russell Wilson don't do shit. He throws a few passes, he scrambles. If Russell Wilson didn't have the Legion of Doom behind him, they wouldn't have won that Super Bowl. Actually, they should have won back-to-back Super Bowls, but Pete Carroll decides to throw the ball instead of giving to Marshawn Lynch on the 1-yard line. He's a fucking moron. If you're on the 1-yard line, I would have either quarterback sneaked it or gave it to Lynch. No, we're gonna do a play action. Russell cost him a touchdown, basically. Him and Pete Carroll. I want to see your friend. Is he a Seahawks fan? Because that would make more sense to him. Because for some reason, I worked with a few coworkers in the past who grew up Steelers fans, and they keep telling me black and gold. Both teams have black and gold. I said, no, wait a minute. Let me clarify this. The Steelers have mustard. Their color is mustard. Zatin? Hi, Zatin. Well, yeah, this is a football page. This is a Saints page. Of course, I'm going to talk football. I'm not going to talk ballet. But I do appreciate you showing up. It clicked and said 2. Yeah, Drew Brees wouldn't have thrown that pass. Or if he would have threw that pass, Drew Brees would have threw it in the back of the end zone or incomplete. He wouldn't have forced it in there like Brett Favre does. So, yeah, but it's just totally crazy. Swedish football player? Oh. We call football in America soccer. But football's not, soccer's not really, it's not the international sport in the U.S. as it is in other countries. I only really pay attention to soccer during the World Cup and stuff. I went to a soccer game, New Orleans Jesters game last year. I won VIP tickets. I watched them. We won. We went undefeated all the way to the championship game. We lost. We were I think 13-14-0, and we lost in the championship game. I'm like, shit. But yeah, it's crazy. I like what the Saints have done. I like the terms. I tell you what, that Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan Williams, I think it is. I think that's his name. He had 6.5 average last night. He had a touchdown. I think he's going to be a pretty good backup, because we're going to have Ingram out for 4 games with that suspension, which is a total bullshit fucking suspension, in my opinion, because they can't prove what he did, and the media leaked that story because no one ever said what he took or what he didn't take, so that's total bullshit. Los Angeles FC. Okay, I know a little bit about soccer. I'm not really You know, not really too much of a soccer fan. I mean, it is what it is. You know, um, but yeah, I'm watching the game last night, watching the replay. We that first half was sorry, I'm looking over. Yeah, but what did he take? They never came up. See, the media leaks this. They like to leak stories at certain times. They do this in baseball. They've been they've been saying shit about baseball players. Like they made a racist tweet from like 8 years ago, and then MLB suspended them. I'm like, it's the past. Before, like they were like 16 years old, supposedly saying racist shit, and they're like 25 now, and they're getting penalized. Like, what the, you know? Oh, well, good luck, dude. You know, I hope you score like 12 goals. You could be the MVP. If you become rich and famous, let me know. I need all the help I can get at this point in time. But yeah. Traquan Smith said the same thing I did. Let's go 23-0, which is the four preseason games, 16 regular season games, and then the 3 postseason games. Jeff Duncan was actually saying, has any team ever went 23-0? And I'm like, no. You may be rich, but if you're famous, I don't know if you're famous. It's the first time I've seen you, dude, so I don't know. I've never heard of you. Maybe you are famous. I don't know. And if you're so rich, hey, if you have some of that money you want to give away, I'm not asking for it, but hey, feel free to give it to people that deserve it. I'm just saying. I'm not one of these like Deuce. I'm not one of these Saints YouTubers who put the Patreon on there and say beg for money. No, I don't do that. I mean, if I may set up a Patreon in the future, but I'm not going to beg people for money. If they want to give me some, that's fine. But I'm not going to put like 18 different posts because Wyndham's got all his stuff on the side. It's got all kinds of shit. You know, Saints never go. That's pretty cool. Saints never go 4-0 in preseason. They either go 1-3 or 2-2. Generally, once in a blue moon, they go 3-1. I don't think the Saints have ever had. I don't actually think they've ever had an undefeated preseason. I could be wrong. No, wait. I think in like 69 or 70 or something, they went 6-0 because before 1978, they played 6 preseason games and only 14 regular season games. Then in 1978, they went to the 16-game rule and knocked it down to 4 preseason. You really only need 2 preseason games. You know, it's not too bad. But the Saints won that first preseason game, opener for the first time since 2014. I think even in 2009, we won the Super Bowl. I think we only went 1-3. Preseason really doesn't matter. I mean, except for like the rookies and the undrafted free agents and the comeback players, that's all preseason's for tune-up. You know, I don't see them. The starters are going to play a lot week 3. You know, personally, I like to have Drew Brees sit on the bench and not get up. You know, same thing with Cam Jordan. Don't put his ass in there. Put everybody else in there. I mean, yeah, it would suck. You know, like I said yesterday, a win is a win. A win gives you more morale, you know. But it's only preseason. But a win is better than a loss. I mean, if you lose in a preseason, you can just, yeah, you're not really going to get down on it. Maybe some players feel whatever. Marcus Davenport actually came out. He didn't play yesterday, but he actually came out and said every time he gets beat, it's his fault. And there were a few Saints players saying despite the win, they didn't like their performance. You know, I mean, in the first half, they played shitty. The defense played absolutely shitty. But Blake Bortles scored that touchdown on pretty much most of the second teamers. So when you have first teamers against second teamers, of course you're gonna, you know. That's another thing though. Preseason is funny because they'll play a game on Thursday, then they'll play a game on Friday, then they'll play a game on Thursday, and then the last game might be on Thursday or Saturday. It's like, okay, it's like 6 games. Like, they don't play until Friday. Not, well, today's Friday, but next Friday. And I'm like, why can't they play on Thursday again? You know? I mean, NFL teams only get one day off, and that's Tuesdays. So Tuesdays are kind of the slow days. That's when Tuesdays, the players will do stuff like they'll do their charities or they'll do autograph signings throughout the season. It's always on Tuesdays because that's the only day, pretty much any autograph signing I've went to has been Tuesdays. I still have to do part 2 or whatever. Okay, I think that dude left. I don't know. YouTube's kind of funny because it kicks. Someone will speak it, and 2 minutes later it'll go to 2. It costs me view time, but I don't get monetized. Not even close. That's the thing. When you set it to public, anybody's going to view you. It's like, of course we're talking about football. This is a Saints page. Yeah, I'm going to talk about basketball. Sure. Does it make any freaking logical sense? I don't think it does. But, yeah, I think it's a good tune-up. I know we played the Cardinals. I don't remember who else we played. I don't have the schedule in front of me. Maybe this year, though, we do play the Ravens in the regular season. So if Breeze beats the Ravens, which is the only team he hasn't beat, then he will beat all 32 NFL teams. I think he'll be like the 3rd or 4th player to do this. And I think Peyton Manning did it. I think Kerry Collins did it. And I think there's a 4th. I could be wrong on that as far as how many players. I think it's 4 players have done it, maybe 5. Yeah, we always see in the preseason, the teams can pick who they want to play in the preseason. So that's why every year, that's why we always play the Chargers and we always play the Texans, because Houston's right there. And why they want to play the Chargers, I don't know, but because why the hell you want to go to LA? It's beyond me. I don't get it. I mean, theoretically, if I had a preseason 4 roster, I'd pick the same 4 teams every year. I'd go kick the shit out of the Falcons because they're right there. I'd go play Tennessee because Tennessee's not that far away. I'd play Houston because Houston's short plane ride, and I'd probably go after Dallas. I mean, why the hell would you want to go all the way out to the West Coast for a meaningless game? We played at the Chargers last year. I don't have the schedule in front of me. It's on a refrigerator though and stuff. But at least we played the Cardinals. We haven't played the Cardinals in a while in preseason, I don't think. So yeah, the Saints decided to pick the Jaguars. But yeah, NFL teams, the NFL lets the teams pick who they want to play in the preseason and where. They just kind of sort that out. It's like the NCAA college rule. Look, they do a 1-and-1 usually. Okay, we'll play here this year. Next year we'll play there, blah, blah, blah. So, really, interesting. I didn't even see the score. I didn't even hear about it. I didn't watch any of the highlights. I mean, I saw where it was trending on Twitter. So, where it said Falcons, but I'm not going to click that. Yeah, on my favorites list, I message retracted. That dude retracted a lot of his messages apparently. So this is actually fun talking to somebody on here. 9 out of 10 times I make a video and I'm talking to myself. Hopefully the YouTube channel jumps up. Windham got his channel to jump up like 2,000. I don't know. I get when you beg and plead, and I don't know. I don't get a whole lot of what he does. I mean, yeah, he sits there and he talks about stuff and Saints and stuff. I guess it's a podcast, but I watch a lot. I've watched it in the past, and a lot of it's stuff I already know, and it's stuff I can relate to. I don't know. It's just there's no insight. I mean, for someone. He's a good Saints YouTuber, and he follows this page, and he follows my page. But for someone who's an accredited scout, doesn't really know a whole lot. in my opinion. He knows enough, but in my opinion, I don't know. Because I'm sitting there and I'm watching this and I'm like, it's kind of weird that what's going on, this and that. But oh, my meter went 1-2-1-2 just now, so that's weird. Yeah, watch YouTube. YouTube is funny like that. They purposely skew the views. And you know, I'm gonna have to go back. I think didn't the Falcons play the Jets? Or I think I heard where they played the Jets. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Oh, they suck to the Jets, for Christ's sakes. The Jets starters suck ass. The Falcons lost, and I guarantee you the Falcons probably didn't have probably Matt Ryan didn't play. Or if he did, he probably threw an interception because he's terrible. Darnold's awesome. Bridgewater. See, I read a thing on Twitter where they say, somebody said it. I don't know. I don't remember who said it. Someone actually said that the Saints should give up a 5th-round draft pick in 2019 to get Teddy Bridgewater for the quarterback of the future. My reasoning is Teddy Bridgewater is not the quarterback in Sean Payton's offense. Sean Payton's offense doesn't have a running quarterback. That's why Breeze is so good. Because Breeze is a pocket passer. And he never runs. Unless he absolutely has to, but he doesn't really. Oh, they only lost 17-0? Man, the Falcons should have lost like 62-0. Then I would have been like, okay. But, I mean, I'm glad they got shut out. I'm going to have to watch the highlights on that one. I was on the Saints YouTube page, and there was a Falcons fan on there and a Panthers fan on there, and the Falcons were like, the Saints suck. And I'm like, really? And then the Panthers fan said almost the same thing. And I said, dude, we kicked you. We swept you. We went 3-0 against the Panthers last year, so you have no reason in the hell to even come on here on a Saints page and freaking gloat. One time I had a Falcons fan come on here, and I toasted the shit out of him. Oh, I invite all Falcons and Panthers fans to come on here. I will troll the fuck out of them. I will ban their ass. I will have fun. They can come on here and tell me everything in the world. Okay? Falcons are 0-2 in Super Bowls. They suck ass. Saints won their Super Bowl. And the Panthers lost 3 times to the Saints. Not once, not twice, 3 times. And I wish we could have played them a 4th time and beat them again. We should play the Panthers every year in preseason and run up the score on their asses. That way, if we get to the playoffs and beat them, we can beat them 4 times in one season. Then everybody can do the 4 horsemen salute. We can go up to Carolina and go like this. You know? Yeah, these Falcons fans. You don't hear nothing from the Bucs fans. The Bucs fans really aren't really in this rivalry too much. They only came in our division in 2002. Bucs fans are just like, you don't hear shit from them. You know, at least I rarely. I think maybe one time I heard a Bucs fan actually say something like, "Winston's a good quarterback." I'm like, he is? All right, sure. When you got a quarterback that does this, we're gonna eat a W today. His own teammates are like, "What the fuck is this dude on?" He's actually going to eat a W. How did that turn out? He ate a W. You know what he ate? This is what Jameis Winston ate. And a giant L. That's what he ate. Yeah, they beat us in the last game in the regular season last year, but does it really matter? Oh, Jameis Winston's out for 3 games. I don't know how the hell is you beat the shit out of somebody and you only miss 3 games. But they're gonna suspend you the entire year for like smoking dope or drinking. I don't get the NFL's logic in this. It's perfectly okay to beat the shit out of someone and sexually harass people and only get 2 game suspensions, but drinking and smoking and shit like that, we'll get you. Josh Cribbs got suspended and he was out for like 2 freaking years. All he did was smoke marijuana and shit. You know, I mean, That makes no sense. I mean, if you're going to suspend somebody for smoking dope and shit, suspend them for like 6 games or they apparently, the NFL apparently says it's perfectly fine to beat the shit out of someone. We won't, I mean, in certain cases like Ray Lewis, where he freaking murders people, he gets no suspension and he wins a Super Bowl and people put him Hall of Fame. It's like, it's perfectly fine. I never understand that. It was a 4-game suspension, then they put it down to 3, I think it is, after appeal. So the NFL actually suspends people more for doing less offenses. I mean, they actually send a message that it's okay to beat women and you won't get suspended. Maybe you'll get fined. I mean, except for like the whole Ray Rice situation. He actually came out and said he was wrong and his wife said, but they ought to give Ray Rice a second chance. I mean, And that's another thing. They're going to suspend people for non-football things. I never understand that. How do you suspend people for conduct off the field? Yeah, Ingram gets 4 games, and then they appeal it, and they say, no, you still get 4 games. And you know why that story came out? This supposedly happened in December of last year, and it came out in like March or April. You know why that story came out? Because the media leaked it. There were actually certain media in the NFL saying the Saints leaked that story because this is Ingram's contract year. Ingram's only 700, I think he's about 780 yards, maybe 800 yards short of breaking Deuce McAllister's rushing record. Because Deuce's rushing record is only 6,096 yards. So, I mean, before Drew Brees broke all the records, Aaron Brooks had like 27,000 yards passing, and you can break that in like 4 years. No one's ever going to break Brees' passing records, but the rushing record's always up for grabs. And and the funny thing is, I met Ingram, I met Deuce McAllister, got their autographs. So the only thing that's going to change is they're not going to call Deuce McAllister the all-time Saints rusher anymore. But I don't see us re-signing Ingram. I really don't. I think they're going to let him go at the end of the year because we have Kamara, and they're probably going to give a second running back, second spot. But Ingram's going to want too much money. And except for the last 2 years, he really hasn't done much of anything. I don't think we're going to get him cheap. But then again, that's what I kept hearing. They were saying, "Oh, the Saints leaked that, so it would fall negative," and saying, "Well, he missed 4 games, blah blah blah, so we can get him." But it wasn't the Saints. The NFL leaked that shit. The NFL colludes. But then again, they don't help the Saints. Unless Ingram pulls a Drew Brees and says, "I want to play for this team, and I'll take a pay cut to sign for this team," because he knows the Saints are a good team. Players jump ships and go from a good team to a shitty team for more money, but then they suck. Or they wind up sucking, or the team sucks. I would take a pay cut to stay on the team and win a lot of Super Bowls, because if you win a lot of Super Bowls, you'll be somewhere, especially if you're in LA or New York. Shit, if you win a Super Bowl with the Giants, or you win a Super Bowl with the Jets, you're a god. You're going to get all the endorsements. You're going to get everything. You're going to be a freaking man. Drew Brees makes like $60 million off of endorsements. I mean, and New Orleans is a small market. If Drew Brees was with like the Jets or the Giants, he'd be a freaking billionaire. Because all the Madison Avenue people would be lining up for him. Endorse shit and stuff like that. We didn't re-sign Vaccaro. Vaccaro signed with the Titans, so Vaccaro was a wasted draft pick. He didn't do shit really much. I mean, he had a few interceptions, but Mark Ingram, a lot of people calling him a bust. Up until 2 years ago, he really didn't do anything. And then they were saying, oh, well, he took PEDs. That's why he's been good. That's not proven. He was good because he had last year he had Alvin Kamara in the back. I'm convinced if Mark Ingram didn't split time with Alvin Kamara would have broke the all-time single-season rushing record. Alvin Kamara would have had over 2,105 yards. He would have broke Eric Dickerson's single-season record. I'm convinced of that. So, Kenny Vaccaro never fit our system, ever. He just did not play worth a shit. He's not good. You know, like Kakaha. Why is he still on our roster? He ain't done shit. PJ Williams, he really hasn't done much of anything. You know, he was out last year, the year before with that concussion. He hasn't done much of shit. He got hurt last night. He hadn't done much of shit either. Why is he on the roster? Kakaha needs to go. PJ Williams needs to go. But I think they're still on the roster because they're salary cap friendly. They don't make a whole lot of much of money. I think they make like $500,000, $600,000. So they're low contracts. PJ Williams has been awful in the 2 years they had him. You know, that first year he sat out with the concussion. Last year he didn't really do. I think this is his third year and he ain't done shit yet. You know, we have a good secondary this year, so Kakaha and Williams is gone. Patrick Robertson didn't do shit with us when we had him to begin with. The first go around, he didn't do much of shit. I was so happy when he left. Then he goes to New England and he plays like a goddamn Madden superstar. So I'm hoping he's matured enough to the point where he is going to play like the person who, not the person who we drafted where he sucks, but the person with the Eagles who won a Super Bowl. You know, I really believe that he can play that way. And we got Jermon Bushrod back, so he's pretty good as a backup guard or tackle or whatever position. I think he plays offensive tackle with him. Well, hell, I would have had a pick six against him too. Everybody's saying that what's his name was so fucking perfect. I got a brain fart here. What the hell is the quarterback's name? Ass Gobbler. We'll call him Ass Gobbler. Ass Gobbler sucks ass. Yeah, Case Keenum, that's right. Everybody was comparing him to Drew Brees last year. Oh, I like him, but he didn't do shit or nothing. And the Broncos give him all kinds of money. That's the thing in the NFL. You have one good season, and you go to free agency, and teams will overpay for your ass. Case Keenum does not fit with the Broncos at all. John Elway made a terrible mistake. He should have drafted a quarterback. He should have never fucking picked up Case Keenum. Because Case Keenum's got a lot of weaknesses. Case Keenum was a system player. The Vikings have a system. Like every team's got a system. And you sort of have to – a lot of teams – well, I don't know how many still do it, but a lot of teams in the past always did a variation of the West Coast offense. You know, the Saints, their offense is based on the 49ers West Coast offense of the 80s, as most teams are. High tempo, this and that. West Coast basically is like Air Coryell of the Chargers of the 80s. That's what the 80s Chargers remind me of. The Saints the last couple of years, they had a hell of an offense and no defense, except for last year when we actually got a defense. I mean, but yeah, I still say we should have won that game because Case Keenum, I was praying so much. They activated Bridgewater. I was praying. No, not Bridgewater. Sam Bradford. They activated him for that game, and they said, "Oh, if Case Keenum plays bad, look for Bradford to come in." And I was praying that they hit Keenum and they knocked him out. Because Sam Bradford, Bradford would have thrown 4 picks and a fumble. Oh yeah, all you need for the Saints to go to Super Bowl is top 15. We were 31st, 32nd, 27th, something like that. Last year, I think we finished 15th or 14th. All you really need for the Saints to make the playoffs is a top 15 defense, because we're always in the top 5 in offense every year. I think we were first or second last year. We have an offense. Defense wins championships. No, it's just you can't build a defense overnight, especially during the draft. It takes time. What happened was all the players we drafted the last 2 years started to show up. That draft class from 2015, 2016, I don't think we have any 2015. That 2016 draft, Kakaha and PJ Williams, those need to go. I'm convinced. I would not be surprised if those people got cut, because cuts are going to, oh, yeah, we always have a good offense. You got Sean Payton, who's an offensive mastermind. You got Drew Brees, who's an offensive quarterback. Whoever replaces Drew Brees has to be like a Drew Brees prototype. In other words, no Michael Vick running, scrambling bullshit. Pocket passer works in his system. That's why Teddy Bridgewater would not fit with the Saints offense. No way in hell. I'm kind of surprised Taysom Hill actually fits in our offense, to be honest, because he's pretty much a scrambling quarterback. But I guess if you get the right quarterback at the right time, but he's still young. It's like with Randall Cunningham with the Eagles. They encouraged him to run, and he got to the playoffs and didn't win anything. It was only when Randall Cunningham became more of a pocket passer and decided not to run as much, then he started to win. I think he won that. I think he was on the Ravens as a backup when they won the Super Bowl the first time. I don't know. I don't see that. I don't know how you compare him to Tim Tebow. I don't know. I've never. That's another thing I don't get. Tim Tebow was actually a decent quarterback. I don't like him because he went to Florida, so I hate him because of the LSU connection. That's why he's blocked on Twitter, because he was for Florida. That's the enemy. But Tim Tebow actually played decent. He led the Broncos to the playoffs. I think they went to the AFC Championship game. And John Elway's like, fuck you, we're getting Peyton Manning, which I probably would have done too, in all fairness. And then Tebow went with the Jets, and they didn't even fucking play him, pretty much. And then he goes to the Patriots, and the Patriots don't fucking play him. Tim Tebow got blackballed. And a lot of people said it's because of his religion and shit, but who the fuck cares? If you're a football player, you can play, you can play. We look at Michael Vick. He goes to prison for 2 fucking years. He comes back. They sit him, and all of a sudden he's Jesus again. I mean, how the hell are you going to give Michael Vick a second chance and not give Ray Rice a second chance? Or, how are you not going to give Kaepernick a second? Now, Kaepernick sucks. He had that one good year, and then he sucked, and the 49ers got rid of him. But because of Kaepernick's political stance, no one's going to touch him. And he knows that. No one's going to touch his ass. That's why he's not in the NFL, and he's probably never going to be in the NFL again. He's going to be like Johnny Manziel going to the CFL. Johnny Manziel played that first game last week and got his ass handed to him. He threw 4 freaking picks. Taysom Hill, he played special teams last year. He played special teams last night. Taysom Hill is a special teamer. He's going to be on the Saints roster. He's going to be third string. I don't think they're going to put him in a practice squad. What I think they're going to do is if they don't, I think what they're going to do with the quarterbacks is they're going to have Brees. Obviously, Brees is going to be a starter. Savage, if he plays decent enough, is going to be the backup. I don't know if they carry 3 quarterbacks, they probably will. Taysom will probably be the emergency quarterback, and they'll put him on special teams. And JT Barrett's going to go to the practice squad. That's how I look at it. I don't see Taysom Hill going on the practice squad, even though he's still eligible, because Taysom Hill does pretty good on the special teams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hill will be the emergency third quarterback. God forbid if Brees misses a game and we have Tom Savage as quarterback. No. Tom Savage is he played decent enough last night, but he's not I don't know. I think he's in his 30s. I think he's not, whatever. Hell, one of the Saints writers was saying if we had McCown would be a lock for the backup. It's like, well, no shit. I don't know. Tom Savage, if you look up Tom Savage's stats, he's got a lot of interceptions in his career, and he hasn't played a whole lot. So, I mean, just in general, offhand, Tom Savage is he's 28. I thought he was in his 30s. Tom Savage's career, 2,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's insane. I thought he had a lot more interceptions, to be honest. But he's only played a few years. Like, come on. He's only played since 2014. That's the damn thing. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, well, in preseason, he's going to be that, He's going to be a check down. It's his first year with the Saints. He's got to learn the offense. But it's his – he's going to be the backup. I can't see Taysom Hill being the backup quarterback. They're going to use him more on special teams. The only way Taysom Hill becomes the backup quarterback if Tom Savage gets hurt. And even if Tom Savage gets hurt, Luke McCown is retired, but they're going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Luke, you want to come back? We'll give you like $500,000 like last year, the year before, and he'll come back. Well, why would you turn $600,000? Because Luke McCown, the lowest he can make is like $600,000, I think. Being a 15-year veteran or whatever it is, he Luke McCown had the best sitting on the bench and collecting a paycheck or holding a clipboard. I mean, that's pretty much. Yeah, we had Chase Daniels for 1 year. I don't even remember who the hell he signed with. I think he went back to Kansas. No, did he go back to Kansas City? Because Alex Smith went to Washington, so I don't know. Yeah, Chase Daniels I love coming back to Chicago. Yeah, blow him. Stupid moron. He come back last year. He's like, the best team in the world, blah, blah, blah. And then he fucking bails on us. That dude's an idiot. He actually thinks he's going to play for Chicago. He's going to sit on the bench, and Chicago's going to go 3-13 with that, what's his name, quarterback, Trubowski or whatever the hell his name is. That dude sucks ass. The Bears drafted this dude number 2, and he sucks complete ass. And they're like, oh, the Bears are a good team this year. I'm like, they are? Really? They have 3 shitty quarterbacks on their roster. Explain to me how the hell he's a good quarterback. What's his name? Mitchell Trubowski or something, I think his name. Matt Trubowski, I don't know. Other teams' quarterbacks, for the most part, I'm not really paying attention to, so, I thought this was so funny. Did you see that Cam Newton bullshit? Cam Newton tries to go up to Kelvin Benjamin and shake his hand. Kelvin Benjamin's like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk to you, dude. And he's trying to hug him and talk to him. And Kelvin Benjamin keeps walking away. He's like, dude, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk to you. You're an asshole. And then Cam Newton does one of these. He's talking to him. He turns around and he goes, and he just runs away like a pussy. Nobody likes Cam Newton. Seriously. I didn't like him when he was at Auburn. He freaking cheated. He took money. He took money from the boosters and he blamed his dad. So, I didn't like him when he was with, Auburn, obviously, because LSU is my team and Auburn's the enemy. So, I never did. So I double hate Cam Newton. And I just love the fact we swept his ass 3 times in a row this year. And I hope we sweep his ass 3 times this year. I mean, if the Panthers make the playoffs, which I don't see them making the playoffs this year, but if they do, I hope we play them and I hope we beat them again. It'd be like last year. So Cam, how does it feel to get your ass beat by the Saints 2 years in a row? Yeah. Calvin Benjamin was hurt that entire season, and they went 15-1 and choked ass. Every team in the NFC South, other than the Bucs won their title, but the Falcons choke and the Panthers choke. But they want to say they're better fan bases. They're better. Oh well, no. The Panthers are 0-2, and no. Panthers are 0-1, and the Falcons are 0-2 in the Super Bowl. That's 0-3 combined. The Bucs actually won their Super Bowl, so you got to give props to them. They actually beat. I'm still pissed they won. I lost money on that game because I was praying the Raiders would win. So I think I lost like $20 on that game. But I should have known John Gruden was going to win because he knew all the Raiders' secrets. I mean, he knew all the players. He knew exactly how. That's how the Bucs won. He knew everybody. He knew their weaknesses. He's like, okay, I know what this dude's going to do. Let's do this. That's why they racked up 50 points or 40 points. That's why they beat the shit out of the Raiders. And then the Raiders got to bring back John Gruden and give him. They paying him a shitload of money and stuff. I'm like, John Gruden ain't gonna do shit. He's gonna have a 4-12 season. Derek Carr's gonna get hurt. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do a damn thing. Mark Davis is so desperate. He's like, let's bring back old people. He's just like his father. He's gonna give him 1 year, 2 years tops, and then fire everybody. But I still don't get how the hell he looks like he's damn ginger. I don't see the resemblance there, but they don't go to Vegas until not next year. I think the year after. No, wait. Yeah, I don't think it's next year. I think it's 2020. I think it's 2020 they go to Vegas. I don't know. I don't know why the NFL lets a team in Vegas for. The Raiders are going to suck in Vegas. I understand. It's just it's absolutely crazy. Let's see. Let's make Bing here. Yeah. Damn, Darius Geis is missing the entire season with an ACL tear. That fucking sucks ass. I wish the Saints would have drafted him, but a good LSU player. First goddamn preseason game, and he blows his knee out. Like, good Lord. I hope he heals up pretty good. We play Washington. Yeah, I believe we play Washington this year. I think we do. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I'm pretty sure we do. Because we play the Eagles. So if we play the Eagles, we probably have to play the Redskins too. That's usually how it works. Certain divisions. I think we do play the NFC East this year. They rotate every 4 years. They rotate on the – and then they add a few whatever. Saints have the toughest – I think the Saints have the toughest schedule this year. They had the second or third toughest last year. It's only because the Panthers were got the playoffs and the Falcons did. And the AFC North, that's hilarious. That AFC North completely sucks ass. Completely. That is so funny. We should go at least 12-4 this year. I have no doubt in my mind. I don't know who we're losing to, but I know we ain't losing. I know we ain't losing to the Panthers. Hopefully we don't lose to the Falcons, but Pittsburgh. I'm not worried. Why would I be worried about Pittsburgh? Ben Roethlisberger every year is like Ben Roethlisberger is the new Brett Favre. Roethlisberger's like, should I retire? Should I not retire? Should I retire? Should I not retire? I have like pretty much the best wide receiver in Antonio Brown. I have a hell of a running back in Le'Veon Bell. Should I really retire? Fuck it. They're paying me $25 million a year. I think I'll come back. Why am I going to be worried about a quarterback who's worried about his own career and his future? Nah. I'm not really worried about Pittsburgh. I mean, if we play Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, it would be more of a concern, which we probably do, knowing the NFL. But the last time we played Pittsburgh a few years ago in Pittsburgh, we beat them. So I'm not really concerned about Pittsburgh at all. Baltimore, maybe, with Flacco, because Drew Brees has never beaten Baltimore. Preseason or regular season. That's the only team he hasn't beat. I'm more concerned about Baltimore than I am about Pittsburgh. Because everybody's like, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is going to sit out anyway. I mean, hell. We'll beat Baltimore this year. Then Drew Brees could say he beat all 32 teams. That's just one more feather in Drew Brees' cap. Drew Brees, if he retired right now, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer right now with so many records he owns. And he should be unanimously Hall of Famer. All first ballot. Everyone should vote for this man. I don't get it how some people, they'll give him like a 99.27% voting rate. It's like, how can you not vote for a first ballot Hall of Famer? And some of them's like, well, we can only vote for 10 people, so I'm going to vote for the other people because I know they're going to get in and blah, blah, blah. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot of BS. I mean, hell. Oh, shit. I got my chocolate milk sitting over there. I don't have it in front of me. Let me get up and get my chocolate milk real quick. All right. All right. Throat was getting a little parched. Hey, no problem. I appreciate you. I appreciate you viewing. I'll definitely make a video. Pretty much like at the end of each Saints game, I'll make a video. So I'll message you on Twitter and let you know when I'm on. And I'm pretty sure I like you on YouTube already, but if not, I'll like you. And oh yeah, I'll message you. I kind of do it once. I used to do it all the time on Facebook, so it's pretty funny, pretty cool. So I mean, yeah, I'll message you, and because sometimes YouTube don't notify right away. They take 20, 25 minutes before they notify people. And if I'm not chatting with anybody, I'll only do like a 10-minute video and then I kick off. So yeah, I appreciate you viewing. Hell, it always counts the meter. But and all that good jazz. So, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know next time when I do a video. So I'll probably wrap this video up. It's a little over the hour mark. So, But yeah, I appreciate you. But yeah, anybody that watches this video, go follow Who Dat Discussion on YouTube. Go follow him on Twitter and IG. The man behind the man behind them is they're pretty cool people. And and as always, follow us on Twitter. We at WATWDN. Facebook is We Are the Who Dat Nation. Instagram is We Are the Who Dat Nation. If anybody who's actually watched this entire hour, whatever, some of it, like us, sub us on here, because I like to talk to Saints fans. Sub us, comment if you want. Suggestions are always noted. We try to talk to the Who Dat Nation fan base because we're number one and all that good stuff. So, go wrap up this video for now. I appreciate anybody that viewed. Hit me up, sub, and if anybody wants to sub my regular account, it's at FieldGuy316. Hit me up. So, till then, talk to you later. Who Dat? Go Saints. Who Dat?